We're live now. Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max. PG County, Maryland's own is joining me on Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max. Like 265 iHeartRadio goes by the name of Jus Chase. We've been
Yes,
connected for
sir.
years now, man. We're supposed to link back
Yeah,
a few years ago when I was still at St. John's University before I graduated, but
yeah,
he's here tonight. Congratulations on all your success with recording your albums and just me hearing about your journey. Because I think you relocated out to from Maryland to LA and then back to Raleigh, North Carolina. So, but how's
yeah.
everything going, man? You're out in Canada right now. How's everything going currently for you in life right now?
Everything's going good, man. I appreciate you having me on the show. Like you said, man, we connected. I mean, what, 4, 5 years now,
Yeah.
something like that, something crazy like that. But everything's going good, man. Just moving around, working on projects. Been traveling. I'm currently in Toronto, Canada. So I just finished working on a project for a client, Maurice Bernard, Sonny Corinthos, General Hospital. So yeah.
That's big time. Is this your first time out in Canada?
No, so I lived out here for a bit in 2019
Okay.
after I had left Michigan, and then came out here, then moved back to DC for a bit, and
Man,
then
you've been all around the country and the world.
yeah, for sure, man, definitely, definitely.
Always moving. That's how it really is. But talk to me about these steps because you went out to LA. You were living out studio in North Hollywood. I was hearing about Studio City, getting your music on
Yeah,
out there. The major labels were giving you some opportunities, but you just decided it wasn't for you. So walk me through your process and trying to make it out in LA is. And do you think you should go a different route because everyone always says you got to go to LA to make it or New York. But tell me about your path to LA.
definitely, man. So I don't think people need to necessarily be anywhere to make it. It's just at the end of the day, everything that's within you. You know what I'm saying? And now that we have social media and all these avenues and platforms, we can kind of bypass the labels and make everything, happen on our own. Obviously, you need a team, but really take self-discipline, hunger, passion, that grit. So for me, the industry wasn't for me. And anybody that goes that route, kudos to them, to each their own. But you know, I had a different route in place, and it took me to the industry. That song where J. Cole says, the good news is you came a long way. The bad news is you went the wrong way. Think being broke was better, you know what I'm saying? So after I got to the industry out there, had a chance to work with some major people, I kind of really realized, I'm not gonna go too much into depth, but realize that it wasn't for me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So slowly after that, just slip back into obscurity, try to figure out how I can maintain within my passion and, do what I love, but, do it on my own. So that took a lot of brainstorming. Then eventually, after a psychedelic trip that I had coming back, it really put things into perspective. And shortly after that, I ended up starting up my business to where I create custom jingles, songs, commercials for businesses and personal brands, providing them with content, utilizing marketing campaigns, ads, commercials, radio, walkouts on stage, etc. You name it. And then that is something that has got me in the door. I built up my body of work, done over 70 plus projects, and through that, got a chance to connect with a lot of different people. And now, aside from that, another main thing that I do is connect a lot of different situations, regardless of what it is, just due to the extensive network that I've built up, over the years. So I'm in the industry of connecting stuff, no matter what it is, investment opportunities, speaking engagements, or you name it. So, yeah, man, it's been a crazy journey, but a lot of times we think where we're gonna be. You know, God has a crazy way of taking you even further than that. So it's been a tough journey, but it's been a beautiful journey as well, and I can't complain. I'm blessed doing what I love and able to provide value and impact people's lives in a positive way. So.
And that was the main goal of you really wanting to do this as far as with the music because you wanted to have an impact on people's lives because we've seen people like Eminem, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar had such an impact on your life as those are your main influences right there.
Yeah.
As far as when getting out here to build these jingles and getting people to really want to work with you, what was the first major company that wanted to do business with you in which you said, yeah, I can take these jingles to the next level and this is going to be my foot forward here.
Definitely. No, I appreciate it, man. So I would say for me, when I got back and I was thinking like, I can, I write. I was writing and working with celebrities, and before that is what I've been doing, my whole life trying to make it. So I just had to sit back, observe, and change the narrative. So I was like, I can write projects for brands, and I started off. Looked, I think it was 2017, 18. I looked at some. I googled list of products that were on Shark Tank, and then I googled the list of products, and then I searched the brands on Instagram. Then I googled the CEOs of the brands, and then 9 times out of 10, the brand is going to be following the person who started it. So I would just go through the people that the brand were following, search up the owner's name, they would pop up. Then I'd be like, hey, hope all is well. Have some things I'd like to discuss with you, whoop, and then just testing it out through trial and error. And then I got a couple of projects off of Shark Tank. I think my first one I sold was like maybe $900, but it showed me like, okay, this is something that I can do. You know what I'm saying? I knew producers. I know how to go to the studio, write, the whole mix and mastering process. Then the next one was a little bit more. Then the next one was a little bit more. Then I eventually got in contact with Kevin Harrington, who was the original shark on Shark Tank. And I would say he's one of my first big people, big brands that I work with, whom, a majority of people know about. And then after that, he tipped me pretty well. And that's when it hit me. I was like, yo, this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and then it just really led into, a whole bunch of different things after that, I would like to say that custom jingles, the projects that I do for brands, I don't even like to call it a jingle because it's way more than that,
Mhm.
but it gets me in the door. You know what I'm saying? It gets me in the door. And then after that, I can kind of pry into people's business and see, hey, what else you got going on? Or how can I help you? Or what else do you need? How can I provide value? Then this leads to that, then that leads to this. And it just, goes down the rabbit hole. So yeah.
What's your ultimate goal? Because now you're doing business with a lot of important people, companies, doing consultation. I've heard all about it.
Mhm.
You've even written a book about it,
Yeah.
about just doing the step by step process and how to network and help out with brand awareness online. So what's the ultimate goal here once because you're establishing these relationships? So what's the next goal once now that you have the foot in the building at these places? Are you looking to take the music a step further, or are you looking to get more into the CEO and become an investor like someone on Shark Tank?
No, definitely. So not necessarily investing. I mean, obviously, eventually I'll get into that in other avenues, but I mean, that's really hard to say, man, because I, I come across so many different opportunities that I never would have been able to emotionally, mentally fathom, and then it opens up a door that I'd never even thought I would walk through, and then that leads to something else. So right now, it's just really providing as much value to any and everybody that I can, doing partnerships with different brands and then leveraging my services within their network and then so on and so forth. So I have a good amount of partnerships going on with a lot of different people right now, putting together business events, helping people, connect people that they want to those business events and just so many different things. So really just preserving my legacy, providing as much value as I can, making as much positive impact as I can in nurturing each of the relationships, genuine relationships that I built to see, how they can be utilized in the future. So
Mhm. How difficult was it for you when trying to get these jingles out there and you to do business with some of these companies that may not have an urban background? Because it takes a lot as a hip hop artist. I understand in this industry, artists face a lot of racism when it's viewed by a white person who comes from a different background and doesn't like
yeah,
rap. So, how difficult was it for you to do business and get people to accept rap?
I
With
would
jingles?
say, I mean, it takes a little convincing, but my business pitch is gold. And at the same time, the body of work that I have, proves itself. So at the end of the day, whether it's a personal brand, business, podcast, we all have a point, purpose, story, message, and mission that we want to get across to the end consumer. And what better way to do that through music? I approach music from a spiritual aspect. So when I write, it's all about evoking that emotion and so to where it resonates with that person. So I try to make it fit within the brand's vibe and energy. So regardless of whether it's a wine brand, dog food brand, a old motivational speaker or business coach or whatever, the way I go through my process and everything really solidifies that it's going to be, what they're looking for. So
Was
that's
there
what
instances,
I.
because I know you're a conscious rapper, a lyrical rapper at the end of the day, so you love the art of hip hop and you've stayed true to the craft. Has there been with some of these companies like you got to switch up the style to the sound that's out here now, which people would classify as mumble rap? And I know the drill is buzzing through the industry. Have you had instances where that's happened?
As far as
Them wanting you to mold your songs more towards like the mumble rap side of things because lyrical rap isn't the number one thing in the industry right now. Have you had instances of that?
no, they see the body of work and the process is very tedious and they trust that I'm gonna do what needs to be done. So I have a lot of free range and creativity to do what I do, and then I have the discernment and the discretion based off of studying their website, watching their YouTube videos, so on and so forth. Just doing all that to where what I create is going to be what they need and what they want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
What's the next biggest jingle that you're working on right now, or business move that you could speak of?
That's the one. Well, the one I just worked is pretty big, but I got some other stuff that I don't yet want to speak on. But I just finished doing a project for Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard off of General Hospital, pretty big show. And then I got a couple other people that I'm working on right now, and a couple of big people whom I'm working on closing, who I can't speak on. But if as long as people stay tuned to everything, they're gonna see. So definitely for sure.
I would love to see you do some work as far as the soundtracks for some movies. If you can get in that lane and write some music for soundtracks. I know you've done over 70 projects, but I'd love to see you get into
Mhm.
some soundtracks for movies.
Well, that's crazy because that's actually in the process right now. So
Okay.
yeah, but I can't speak on that. But that's actually in the process, and I have a 18-song album that's done. Then I have a 9-song EP. Shout out to my producer Zigzag. We're dropping that, and a lot of those are going to be utilized in some movies and whatnot. But when that project drops, it's a wrap. And I try to tell people like they really don't understand the urgency and magnitude. And I'm just speaking on this because I overstand. But a lot of times people are like maybe hesitant to move forward or don't know or think that something is going to be accessible to them in a year from now, 2 months from now. Like it's about to get real hectic to the point that people better get on it because when this album drops, it's a wrap. And I'm not really going to be focused on doing the projects as much. If I do a project, it'll be 250, 500K for a corporate, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. But, so that's the next thing that I'm really focused on is just, getting back into the music. Cause right now I've been so focused on the business aspect of thing, which is good. But I was just talking to my bro about this is taking away my focus from doing the music and dropping you know music as an artist. I went from an artist to going out to the industry, having a chance to sign as an artist, to slipping back into obscurity, to starting my business and been focusing on that for the past 4 or 5 years, you know what I'm saying, to where I've kind of lost touch of why I initially started, you know what I'm saying? Because the business is what funds the lifestyle, pays the bills, allows me to travel. But now when I drop this album, I have a whole bunch of knowledge that I didn't have prior to going to the music industry. So now I know how to market this album because I'm doing marketing. And then I know I have so many people within my network whom can help me leverage that. And I got billionaires who are interested in investing in this. So yeah.
That's big. And congratulations on that. And you just building up the knowledge and doing a lot of reading because artists don't know about that. Have you thought about, because I know you wrote the book already, have you thought about going out and giving speeches? What are some other ways you're trying to let the people know? Because you're all about connecting. But how are some other ways that you're looking to get artists under the same boat that you're in?
Definitely. So I was recently talking to somebody with doing a partnership on teaching artists how to make money outside of the music industry or outside of Spotify, Apple Music, and putting a coaching program together. I'm talking about giving them the initial approach, giving them the steps, giving them the funnels, process, turnover rate, just the whole formula on how to do this. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that I've talked about. I'm still thinking on that, but as far as the speaking, I've been speaking at and speaking engagements, and I'll be speaking at this event in Dubai coming up in October. And then I got a couple of other ones. But right now, man, just really focused on building up the resume, doing more projects, creating more commercials, and connecting stuff like that's really underrated, connecting things behind the scenes that have nothing to do with music, you know what I'm saying, just being a plug for what anybody needs. Have people hit me up like, yo, can you get this done? I'm like, I can't, but I know somebody who can. And then I'll connect them to that, and then I'll be like, look, I'm bringing you this business, I'm going to take this much out of it, you can do it if you want for this, not boom, I'll find somebody else to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, just keeping it a stack though, you know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, yeah, man, for sure.
Health is wealth is something that I think applies to your situation, but everyone in the industry right now, because you realize that these deals weren't for you. And I think when we look at it, the whole mental health crisis that's going on in the world, a lot of these deals that artists get into, it traps them in. They lose their masters. I mean, even when you look at it aside the radio broadcasting side of things, a lot of the people are miserable. Like they may have the notoriety and fame, but you realize I got to take the independent route. And the people that are in these buildings and trapped in these deals, they're not in Toronto. They're not giving speeches in Dubai. You're living life. These other
No,
people, they're on other people's times.
exactly, man. And that's the most important thing for me, man. Like at the end of the day, and we're such in a superficial society where people, care about attention and what other people think, this and that. I prefer to do my thing, be low key, and move the way I move, and be much more internally happy, at peace. Because there's what people don't understand about the music industry. No offense to anybody in it, but I mean, shit. At the end of the day, facts don't care about feelings, and anybody in the music industry is aware of this. There's a lot of moving parts that come with it, man. There's so many different things that come with it, and really, once you get in, it's hard to get out. You know what I'm saying? And people leave there with their mental health not intact and not internally happy and having so many other issues. But everybody just so not everybody, a good majority of society is so surface level. They see this and that. They're like, oh, they have the best life. you know, Regular civilians, people going throughout the day to day, I can promise you are much more happy than, people in the music industry for the most part, I would say, you know what I'm saying? So I just prefer to be independent, do my thing, not have to answer to not a damn person and, and just continue to build and, do my legacy. So
Being low key pays dividends because look what all you've accomplished this far, building the partnerships that you have, and even to the point where you had the game come visit you in the studio. So walk me through with building the relationship that you did with the game, and what's some of the knowledge that he was able to give to you while in the studio.
for sure, yeah. So, well, I went out there he flew me out there and
Oh,
we
that's
worked
fire.
stuff in the studio. And that's when I was staying out in Studio City. I lived there for a little bit, worked on some projects with him, good amount of stuff, won't go into detail about, but, no, game provided me with the opportunity that, I appreciate to this day, and put me in a position to be able to, leverage and really, and not even leverage, just, and not, I don't need anybody's validation, but when you go from like being homeless, sleeping in your car, and the next thing you know, a week, 2 weeks later, you're out in LA, around all these celebrities and doing this and about to sign and go on tour and do all this. It's like it's a huge, ego boost, validation. Like, okay, and not that, I'm the type I don't need any outside. I don't need any validation from an outside source because I know what I'm capable of and what I can do. But like getting to that level really took me to another level and showed me what was possible, to be able to manifest within my reality. And I feel like that's played a big part of, everything that I'm doing today. Cause I got out there, I was like, man, if if celebrities and other people want me to work with them and I'm having these labels and people are interested, why can't I do this on my own? I just got to figure out a way to structure and format it. But game offered me a big opportunity in coming out there, and we had some dope studio sessions and whatnot. He was nothing but great to me, showed nothing but love, and yeah, man. So salute to him for sure.
I'd love to see a game Just Chase track come out down the line. That would be great.
Heck, yeah. It's crazy. People say we sound alike too, as well.
No,
And
I believe it.
I always heard that, like the raspy voice, like ever since I was even in high school, just freestyle rapping around. People were like, "Oh, you sound like Game," and it was crazy. I heard that throughout my whole life, and I ended up out there working with him. So it was just, wow.
What's your go-to game album growing up? Was it documentary? My personal Doctor's Advocate, but what's yours? You can hear me, Just Chase?
Wait,
Okay, we're good.
yeah, I think I can hear you. My bad. I accidentally wiped
No,
something, but
it's all good.
yeah, I would say documentary. Yeah, I would say, yeah, documentary for sure. But at the same time, honestly, bro, growing up, I didn't really listen. I didn't, none against him. I didn't really listen to him like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, that album was dope. All of his work's dope. But I really didn't listen to a lot of people. I just be freestyling over beats and doing my own little thing, and then focus on basketball. Because at that point in my life, basketball was my life. I was playing prep school, high school basketball, played in college, You know what I'm saying? So I never thought I'd be doing music or business the way that I'm doing it now. It's just the way life happened. And slowly but surely, music turned into a passion gradually, and it became like my coping mechanism, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was jail or after I got stabbed, or, you know what I'm saying? Just being homeless, sleeping in my car, like just everything that I went through, writing was my, coping mechanism. And slowly but surely, you know, I became the best at it,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
you didn't get locked in the system of society, because I did hear that you worked at Foot Locker and the mall and these factories,
Mhm.
because that's what gets you the society. If you get content with
Yep.
getting that 9 to 5 paycheck every week, it's a wrap.
Mhm. No, for sure. No, definitely. Yeah. I worked in mall, Foot Locker, I worked in factories, did it all, man. And it just wasn't for me, man. It wasn't for me.
No.
So yeah.
You've been around it all. You're someone that keeps it real. You don't care what anyone thinks. I love this. Tell me why fame is overrated. F the fame, because you said it. You were around it with the game and all these celebrities when you're in LA. Why is the fame? It just F the fame.
And man, it's so much energy that comes with it, man. Everybody's like, I want to be famous. Like, no, you don't. People think that you don't. There's so much stuff that comes with it, man. And I just rather, mind my business, do my thing, wish everybody well from afar, and drink my water, mind my business, and work on my business. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because it's energy that comes with stuff, and once you get attached to certain energy, it's hard to get away from it. So, yeah, man, fame isn't all it's cracked out to be.
Yeah.
So,
I noticed
yeah,
when I went to go revisit your music, it wasn't on Apple Music. I had to go through YouTube because I was checking out Momentum, the album, Vices, Slept On. You're still slept on, but eventually they're gonna wake up. And
yeah,
did
I
you take your
appreciate
music
it.
off Apple Music?
Long story with that too, man. It's a lot. We probably won't go into that, but it's gonna. I got some stuff dropping here soon, man. And shortly after, um, LA, my shit was not take. My shit was down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can curse on here, my bad.
You
But
can, you can.
okay, cool. But yeah, no, it's dropping back up. I gotta go through distro kit, TuneCore, get all that stuff to BMI, ASCAP, all that, all that stuff, and get everything solidified. But the album's done. So I'm at this point, it's just waiting to be dropped. But right now, I'm all my, like I said, all my energy and attention has just been so focused on business, waking up in the morning, closing these deals, getting on the phone, connecting this stuff, working on these projects, doing this, doing that, following up with clients, video business pitch to clients, get off the phone with clients, get on the phone with another client, connect this, connect that, what needs to be done. So like that's why I say, man, I really lost touch with the, with that hunger I used to have as an artist. Now it's transferred to hunger as a businessman. You know what I'm saying? I like to people. I don't even like view myself as a rapper. I just view myself as a businessman that is the best at rapping. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Mhm.
You know.
If there's
And by
someone's
the way,
journey in the industry, when you look at it as far as the business side of things, who's someone that you looked up to? When we look at a Master P, him going independent, whether it was Dame Dash back in the day, who's someone that you kind of have looked up to as far as the journey side of things for the business?
me,
Just you.
yeah, I don't really none against nobody else. What they do is great. Everybody, people are great at what they do. But I look up to me. Everything, all the inspiration. I don't look for any outside source. I pull within with everything that I've been through. You know what I'm saying, and the hunger that I have, and how much I want to preserve my legacy. So kudos to everybody doing what they do. But I don't. I really try not to pay attention to the next person. I just focus on what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and salute to the people who paved the way. None like that. But I don't be like, oh, like he was. Oh, I look up. Like I don't look up. I just get stuff done. You know what I'm saying? Get shit done, and the hunger that's within is something unmatched worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
What are
Yeah.
your
So
thoughts on the social media era? Because I know you've been able to maneuver through it well, but now that social media with the algorithms, the blue check issue on Twitter. So, what's your thoughts on the current state of social media and how to move as a business? Because you're big on that, and that's how you get a lot of your jingles promoted as well.
for sure. Well, as far as my deals, I go out and get, and I had to build up. It's been very extremely gradual, and it still is, and every day is being built. But like the blue check, all that bullshit, I don't care about. People got blue check, but not actually be doing nothing in life. You know what I'm saying? That comes back to the super, you know. the oh whoa look at me or I got a blue check. Like I mean it's cool, but like it that all comes down to validation. You know what I'm saying? It's like what is the impact that's actually being done? Like what are you doing? Like what moves are you actually making in real life? You know, all that stuff is cool. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I just try not to get caught up in all that, you know, superficial stuff and just actually put my feet down and grind and make stuff happen and get stuff done. And you know, as far as the platform itself, like Instagram or you know, LinkedIn, stuff like that. Oh, it's amazing. But it's just all about how we utilize it. You know what I'm saying? You could scroll through Instagram all day and look at reels and do this, or you can go to Forbes list page and then go look through the millionaires that they're following and then see what business they have and then develop a business pitch and reach out to them and then have some value to provide on the back end and start building relationships and sending audio messages, sending video messages, following up with people, being strategic with your leads and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Or LinkedIn, go to buy LinkedIn Premium for 100 some a month. And then if like for instance, I'm in Canada right now. So when I got here, the first thing I'm gonna do is all right, LinkedIn Premium, go through, all right, set my geography, all right, set the experience to 5 to 7 years of experience of people I want to reach out to. Type in business coach, type in motivational speaker, type in CEO, boom, intuitively weed out, okay, this person has this going on. There's some synchronicity and alignment there. Okay, this person has that going on. All right, cool. Let me reach out, send out my pitch, set up a Zoom call, set up an in-person meeting. It's just all about how we utilize it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, the platform's great for that, but it can be a great distraction. So it really just comes down to the person as an individual, you know. So
How do you approach this? Would be real helpful to the audience out there when we're looking at on the independent side of things when making a deal, because
mhm.
partnerships are so big now. What are the signs that a partnership or just a deal in general is a good one to take, aside from one that's probably a bad one to sign yourself into?
As far as like, are you relating this to like a like a
Like a
project or a
product,
client? Is that what you're
yeah, a product and a client, yeah.
Well, so for what I it just one that depends on the industry. For me, what I do, I love what I do because, like I said, everybody has a point, purpose, story, message that they want to get across, and they want to separate their brand from other people in their industry, and you know, position themselves as the forefront, the authority in the industry to be on the forefront of people's minds. So there's no better way to do that through music, and then combined with visuals to evoke that emotion, combined with the music. So for me personally, I mean anybody as long as their budget is within within my rates and whatnot, you know, anybody that wants to wants to get to work. So but I mean, like I said, it depends on the industry that people are in, you know. So
Exactly, and you got to realize nobody's gonna pay you like you pay yourself.
exactly, yeah, for sure. And it's tough, man. It's tough. Like this entrepreneurial journey has been tough, man. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's been all flowers and all happy, bro. It's been times like broke, had no money, zero money, not trying to figure out how I'm going to make this happen. But then the next week be 20K up. You know what I'm saying? Or what? You know, it be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it really gets like that. So I mean, you know, it's rewarding, but like my dad always says, like stick to itiveness, like just being able to stick to it. Because a lot of people will run into some tough times, or you know, they might not close a deal, or this happened, and or a lot of people can't go 2 months without closing a deal, or a
No,
month without closing a deal, months without closing a deal. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you stick through it and get to the end, you might run up 50 in a week. You know what I'm saying? And it's worth 2 3 months not closing a deal. You know what I'm saying? So like, it'd be like that. So yeah.
exactly. But you brought up your father. Your mother was the one that told you to just chase the music, and it's how you got your name, because she was asking you, "What do you want to chase?" And you said, "Just
Yeah.
chase," and that's how it came up. Just
Yeah.
chase the music. That's how
Yeah.
the blueprint
Yeah.
began.
Sure. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And you must have watched some old interviews too, huh?
Yeah, I made sure to do
That's
my
what's up.
research on you.
Nah, definitely, bro. Nah, definitely. I appreciate it. But yeah, not exactly, man. I think I said that in a interview 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, man. Like that's how it came. Like I don't want to be nobody else but myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just Chase. My name's Chase, and I'm just me. I'm just Chase. They had
Yeah,
the music on the end. But
exactly.
yeah, man.
You brought up that you played ball in college. Really, what college did you play ball at?
I played at a school called Aquinas College for a little bit, and then I played at a school called Tusculum College in Greenville, Tennessee.
What position?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard? What's your
Yeah.
highlight game, if you could recall a highlight game that you had in college?
Mm, Probably my first one, honestly. I can't remember what the name of the team because it was so long ago. But probably my first one, man. Yeah, probably my first one. I think I had like easy like 15 points or something like that. The next day, coach was like, "You started." I was like, "Okay, let's go." So freshman year, you know what I'm saying? But you know, next year, then I
What,
ended up transferring, then getting in trouble, and then going to jail, and then
man.
that's when basketball stopped, and that's when music started.
Yeah, and your journey began for all the way that you're here right here now. For your team, who do you follow for sports? Being that you're from Maryland, do you
Uh,
follow who do you follow for
I
basketball?
don't watch TV.
Not too much.
I don't watch TV. I don't watch sports. I can care less who's doing what. I couldn't even tell you who's in the playoffs right now. I know that they're going on because I went to the bar the other day, have a beer, but like, you know what I'm saying? I don't I don't pay attention to that. For the most part, I'm just working all the time. Even when I go sit at the bar and get a beer, I pull out my LinkedIn Premium and I start reaching out to people, and then I
Work
do.
24/7.
Man, it's not a 9 to 5. It's a 24/7. You know, I got
Yeah.
messages coming through right now, DMs through right now. We get off and right back to it. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like, and this is some gems I'm about to drop for anybody who's on social media. You gotta think, there's so many people on this platform, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Instagram, no matter what it is, if we're intentional and we have the value that we know we can provide, and you can communicate that value to the end consumer or the person that you're trying to sell a product to, shit, go through certain hashtags. Like, all right, when I'm going to sleep, Dubai is just waking up, or London is just waking up. You know what I'm saying? So you can set the geography on LinkedIn Premium to that. So say like it's 2 in the morning, I'm like, oh, I could wait till to wake up at 8 or 9, 7, whatever it is, and start reaching out to people again and following up. Or if you still got that energy, you can go ahead and target the people who are in a different time zone, a different country, who speak the same language, who are just waking up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's closed a lot of deals. I'm working with this client right now. His name is Sif from Dubai, and that's one of the ways that I've closed him. Was doing that. You know what I'm saying? As he's waking up, I'm supposed to be going to sleep, but I'm not. So
That's how you're
you know,
successful independent, and congratulations and on just the drive that you have and all the major achievements that you've had this far, and I'm looking forward to everything that
thank
you
you.
have on the way. Just Chase, is there anything else you want to add here for your audience and fans, followers, everything that we didn't touch on?
I would say just anybody who's listening to this right now, whatever you're going through right now is temporary. If people don't believe in your vision and your dream, and wholeheartedly within your mind, body, and soul that you can make it happen, block out all the outside noise, cut those people off, and hone in and execute. You know what I'm saying? It takes one day for somebody's life to change. You know what I'm saying? Or one connection. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I would say as well: build as much genuine positive relationships as you can with people, and network wherever you go. You never know who you're sitting next to, who you're talking to, or who can help you, or how you can help them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, just connect with people with good intentions, go after the dreams, like as cliche as it might sound. Just, you know what I'm saying, just make it happen, go after it. You know what I'm saying? And the people that's in your circle is going to highly dictate the trajectory, you know of where you're going and what you make happen. So, if it's people who not believing in the vision, or hating on the low, you know what I'm saying, act like they're proud of you, but they not. Y'all know who those people are. Cut them off, and hone in and make everything happen, and then take it to the point to where motherfuckers, when they look back, they're gonna be like, damn, I should have treated him better. I should have, that's how it is. So
Yeah.
foot on niggas, you know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly, and those are the people that we cut off a long time ago, and we have a lot of them, and the ones that are hating on the low, they're in your Instagram stories. I can guarantee it.
oh, for sure, bro. For sure, man. Definitely. And one thing, bro, I want to say salute to you, bro. Like, I've been watching your journey and everything that you're doing. You're doing amazing things, bro. Like
I
the people
appreciate it,
you have
man.
on your show, like kind of content that you're dropping, the energy that you bring, the research that you do prior, bro. Like, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, no bias. One of the best shows out here. So they need to tap in before it's too late. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That once they keep sleeping on it because it's slept on, you can apply it to me too. It's over.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
over.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. They're gonna find out soon.
Yeah.
What's that saying? The more you fuck around, the more you find out.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
gonna
I've been
find out.
saying that a lot recently. F around and find out. Yeah. It's crazy how we're clicking on the
Yeah,
same wavelength here. Crazy.
yeah, for sure. You
Just
attract what you are, so that's why yeah, for sure, man.
That's right, man. Just Chase, I
Definitely,
appreciate the
brother.
words and you being a supporter for a long time now. We're gonna tap in again soon. Whenever you're ready to do another interview, once you got the album coming out, whether you got a new big deal because you do got some big things on the way, whether you want to do some press for that, let me know, man. We'll tap back in. I appreciate you coming on the show. They can follow you on Instagram and Twitter at Just Chase Music, and you have your own website too.
Well, I did. It was justchase.com, and that's when I first started my business. But I realized that I didn't need my website, so everything I do right now is non-traditional. If somebody want to work with me, they're gonna find a way to get in contact with me if I don't get in contact with them first. So, you know what I'm
You already know.
But yeah, follow me Instagram, Jus Chase Music. Instagram, I got a travel page, which is Jus Chase Travel. And then yeah, man, that's about LinkedIn, Jus Chase Music. I operate my business through LinkedIn, Instagram, and then word of mouth and connections. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, brother.
You already
So
know. They could check out the music on YouTube at Just Chase too, because that's what they can tune into the
nah,
older music. No, you're
see,
not.
I'm about to delete all that because
Oh, okay.
once this album drops, it's like I said, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap, literally and figuratively. So all that's just stuff that's on there that honestly forgot's on there until you mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? So doing some revamp on the music once I can, take some time to get away from business. You know what I'm saying? But I just been so focused on the business. But very soon albums are gonna drop, and once the album drops and it goes viral worldwide, nationwide, which it will, y'all can quote me on that right now, right here. You know what I'm saying? These projects are gonna slow down. Not necessarily slow down, but I'm only gonna be doing them for corporates and billionaires. So, all these motivational speakers, business coaches, personal brands, even certain big businesses, y'all listen, y'all hear me right now. The clock is ticking.
Yeah.
Y'all better get all you can. Like he said, F around, find out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, man, it is what it is. Facts
Yeah.
don't care about feelings, and it's about to happen. And I promise a lot of people gonna be sick because they slept, but that's gonna be on them. They're gonna have to deal with it. And I'm putting it out there right there, just like that. I don't
Exactly.
care who feels that way either.
Nope. Screw them.
Yeah,
Just
big
Chase,
fact, big
man.
fact.
Congratulations again on everything that you've achieved this far and doing what you love and just finding out a way to make things successful on your own and not needing anyone's help and becoming your own businessman at the end of the day. Just chase the business, just chase the bag, just chase your wealth. You're doing it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. For sure. Hey, let me give a couple of shout outs too while we on here. Shout out to my guy Nick. Shout out to Mick, man. Shout out to Vic, Mike, Monty. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my pops. Shout out to all my parents, step pops, step parents, all my brothers, everybody who believed in me and showed love from the jump, regardless of the situation I was in. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Zigzag. Shout out, man. Shout out to I can't shout everybody out, but to the people, they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody who's really showed love, supported from the jump, regardless of, you know, to where if I was homeless or if I was out in LA with game or out doing this or doing that, or the energy that certain people gave me that never changed, you know, throughout my whole journey. Those are the people that I appreciate, and I wouldn't be here without. Well, I would, because I would be here, but but like I had to stop myself. But they help, they really help, keep the fuel going, and just shout out to them people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all need a team. We all need people to support us. You know what I mean? It's only so much we can to do on our own. You know, we can be self motivated, self disciplined, and have that passion and will. But you know, it's always about surrounding yourself around good, positive people, like minded people with positive energy. So if anybody listening to this, if you're one of them people, even if I didn't name you, you know, we connected. You know, I'm talking about you. Much love. I appreciate it. Gratitude, love, light, positivity, all that stuff, man.
That's
For
right.
sure.
Support and love to everyone that supported you through the ups and downs, the real ones, not the snakes. We cut
Yeah.
those off a long time ago.
Yeah.
Just Chase, man, take
Yeah.
care. Stay safe out there. Congratulations on everything I said before. Good luck on your trips out there in Toronto. You got the Quebec, the Dubai thing coming up. So, and we'll be seeing you in the bright lights soon, man.
No, definitely, man. I appreciate you, man, for sure, for sure.
You
Hey,
already know.
continue doing your thing.
Of
Continue
course.
blessings. Do you love life, positivity? I already know it's going up, man. So, you know, anything big thing that you do, don't surprise me. I just see it. I'm like, makes sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, you
It
know,
does, man. Shout out to you, man. Just Chase. We'll connect soon. All right.
all right, brother. You have a
Yeah.
blessed night.
You too, man. Salute.
All right.
Peace out.
Yes, sir. Bye bye.